Yeah, in terms of solutions, I think it's important for people to be vulnerable. Don't I say don't like bottle things up, but people bottle things up for a reason. These are life experiences. You've probably gone through life and not being able to speak to people, whether that's friends, family.
I think we need to create safe spaces so
Yeah.
that you can be vulnerable.
Yeah.
How do we do that? What does that look like though?
I think safe spaces starts from people being open about
Sorry,
what they're going
I'm
through.
not-
Yeah. No, but that's
Yeah.
no, it's a good point.
I think
yeah.
it's about people being open about what they're going through. Like you said, like a lot of people are going through stuff and they're going through similar stuff as you. You know, so you have to. So
Be willing to be that person
yeah,
to open up first.
being proactive. Yeah, being proactive.
Right, okay.
And then also people who have platforms or like people who are in the public space to also be open as well. I think that's important because people have influence. There's certain people that have influence, right? So if they're saying, okay, I went through this, you're like, okay, this is not foreign. Like everyone,
Yeah, you
like,
find a familiarity.
Yeah, you find.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
get you. I get you. So in terms of what we can do, I like that if people are more open to create a safe space. I'm gonna go back to it again. I just feel like we need to have the conversations. I think we shouldn't be shy about having the conversations. Like, who are we performing to? Who are we performing for? It's your life. Don't play with it.
But it kind of comes back to what you said about, you know, therapists and relying maybe too much on your friends and loved ones, and you should go to a professional. But I'm
line.
like, to call someone a friend and family, you need to be able to offload.
Oh, bro,
Yeah.
you know that. You
Yeah.
know that. Bro, we do that. We do that normal. But what I'm saying is, what's the famous quote from Ashake, the musician?
It's the money with the vibe.
I mean, that too. But I think it was something, carry on, I don't get stamina. Bro, people are going through life too. People are going through life as well. And it's like, let's ensure that, although yes, cool, I want to have the conversation with you, and I want to be comfortable enough to have that conversation with you. I don't then want to obliterate you whilst you're going through yours. It's important not to rely on people as anchors. It's important that we go to people. We have the facilities to go and deal with these issues. Yeah. Yes, of course. When we're sat down after the football, whatever, when we're sat down together and we're talking, bro. I don't think there's a more beautiful environment than that. When I'm with my friends and we're just talking, I think that's one of the best moments of my life. I'm not even joking. I'm not exaggerating, because it's so real and pure. It's so real and pure. But let's ensure that we are also being there for each other. And
Yeah,
if that
100%.
means, exactly, and if that means that we need to deal with stuff in the proper channels, let's do that. Because yes, cool, we'll support each other as much as we can. But I'm not a professional.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I know
Yeah.
I speak like I've lived 1,000 lives, but that's not my role. That's not my job. You know, and I'm that guy for my friends. 1,000,000,000%. Like, I feel like I'm that guy for my friends, innit? And I will continue to be that guy. But I don't want to lead people astray as well. Do you know what I'm
100%.
saying? So
I think also having like good habits, good routines and stuff helps. Like we said, like there was a period where I was like down. I stopped going to the gym. I probably stopped going to the gym for like 2 months. And I've been going to the gym since I was like 20 consistently. So during that period, obviously I was feeling down. But yeah, I feel like I was because I've,
That was your outlet.
yeah, that was like one of my outlets. So I think it's about having a range of different techniques that help you to show up as your best self. So like I go to the gym, you know, I read, I meditate, I reflect, you know, ask myself like, okay, what's actually bothering me today? Like, was today a good day? If it wasn't, why wasn't it a good day? Like, just being able to spend time with yourself and reflect and understand how you're feeling. Important.
Yeah. I think another thing is just stepping out of your comfort zone, ultimately just going back again to the conversations. Like, I think we hear a lot more about the importance of mental health and having these conversations, but sometimes it's like you get choked up. It's ego, or it's like you feel like you want to deal with things yourself. And it's about saying to yourself, cool, I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and I'm going to have this conversation whether it's a friend or family, or maybe even seeking therapy if you've never had therapy before. I think that's important. Like, you're not in control of everything.
Yeah, and I think
So-
it's important that people understand that we're going to see relationships grow. We're going to see, hopefully, a decline in the suicide rate that keeps going up. We're going to see more happy families, more relationships where the man isn't dependent on the woman to find happiness, and vice versa. No, two souls are happy and they've come together to make happier households. And for me, I think once we understand that, we understand the effects that we have on the world and our community, our society and stuff like that, I think we'll be in a better place. But I'm glad there has been a shift in terms of how people sort of look at mental health and black mental health. What I would like us to do at some point is to get a woman's perspective, because this has been great. This has been a great conversation, but we are 3 young black men.
Facts.
I want to learn, you know. I've always been a student. It'd be nice to get a black woman on and teach us stuff that we think we might know, or something that we admit
Yeah.
that we don't know, and to
Like
have
someone
those
who's lived it,
conversations.
yeah.
One thing I want to say as well is that listen to yourself, like listen to your body, listen to yourself, because if you can't show up, like, listen to yourself, because the worst thing you can do is try to pour from an empty cup. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, if someone's calling you and you can't, you know, you're not in a mood to speak, like, you don't have to pick up your phone. If somebody, like, if you're going somewhere, you're going out and your mental health is not in a good, like, tell yourself you don't have to, like,
That's a
That
good
comes
point,
from
'cause,
setting
yeah.
boundaries, though,
Yeah,
innit?
boundaries,
okay, yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
that
yeah.
comes from setting
Oh,
boundaries
that's what I was
as
trying
well.
to say. Yeah, setting boundaries
Yeah.
and, you know,
And not coining
being
it as
self-aware.
selfish.
Yeah, being self-aware of how you're feeling, so that, you know,
That comes from being emotionally
yeah,
intelligent.
emotionally intelligent.
Bro, there's so
all
many
of that.
things that we just need to be better at. There's so many things that we're good at, don't get me wrong, but just to get to that next level, it's like, yeah, graduate yourself on the little successes, but now we're at a level where, yeah, the bar's not low anymore. The bar's getting higher and we need to keep going up. So that means, yes, cool, don't be shy in setting boundaries. The people that love you will respect your boundaries. Right? The people that love you will respect your boundaries. The people that are worth it to be around will respect the boundaries that you're setting, because it then won't be a personal thing. The less egotistical people won't feel like it's an attack on them. You know, set your boundaries. I totally agree with that. I feel like learning about emotions is so important. How do you like to be spoken to? How does your person like to be spoken? Your partner? How do they like to be spoken to? In what way? You know, obviously we spoke about love languages in previous episodes and stuff like that, but those are so important. Love languages with friends, you know. I know that the way that I might deliver something to you might not be the way that I deliver it to you. Not because you're a bad person, but you learn the people that you're around.
Understand your friends and your loved ones, what makes them tick.
What makes them tick, how they receive information. Because the information might be the same, but the delivery might be different. So the way that you've received it is different. You've got something else from what I've said. And I think it's important, but it takes intention. I think we've got to be intentional about everything that we do, whether that's relationships, friendships, family, work colleagues. We've got to be intentional about it.